Okay, let's see now. How about a website with AI? I think it's possible, and I think it's lightweight, I think it's zippier, and I think it's probably better than WordPress. I've been using WordPress for years, but I suddenly had this epiphany that perhaps I can just write a website in AI and get AI tools to do whatever I want rather than searching for endless hours for plugins and trying to make things work. It's crazy, right? Sometimes I just feel like WordPress is lovely and it served me so well, but also it can get rather complex rather quick. And I think that is the issue that we face. So in this live stream tutorial, I am going to attempt to build a website right in front of your very eyes. And of course, I'm very open to feedback and anything you might have to say as I go along. And I will be posting the full tutorial on this inside the brand new Creator Magic community. If you have not seen and checked out the Creator Magic community, I highly recommend that you do so, and I can actually show it to you right now on the screen. Here it is, just inside. Now, we're currently in the alpha stage, so it is literally just getting started up, but I'm already posting something I discovered just today with Google's Notebook LM and YouTube content. I've essentially trained it up on the YouTube channel's content. It's actually really good. I also post the best AI tools regularly in here. In fact, all of my favorite tools are going in here. This is like a hand-curated list here of my AI tools. We've got monthly challenges going on at the moment. Comment Genie is featuring in there. That's the thing I've been working on, replying to YouTube comments, places to celebrate success and get feedback as well. So a lot of stuff going on. Like I say, it is brand new, and there will be a link in the description to this video that you can click if you're interested in joining. I'm keeping it very small at the moment, small amount of people in there, original founding alpha members, and you will get some benefits as well if you get in early. So I strongly recommend, if this is of interest to you, no coding, low coding, using AI tools to create things, then go ahead and get over to this community right over here, because over there. Yeah, because it's an incredible place, and already I'm having some great discussions. In fact, I'm getting pinged, and I shall get to those comments straight after this live stream. But for now, let's talk about building a website without the need for WordPress. It's quite controversial, isn't it? By the way, you can comment and let me know who you are and where you're watching from if you happen to be here on the live stream. I'll be doing a lot more of these kind of things inside the community as well, exclusive live streams. So do make sure you get in there if this is of interest. So how are we going to build this website and self-host it and make it really cool? Well, the first thing, let me put some prerequisites, as it were. You'll need essentially a domain name. Most of you, if you've got a website, you've got a domain name. You're also going to need Cursor. We're going to be using Cursor AI. It's a great coding app, although it does the coding for you. You just have to give it natural language prompts. And you're also going to need somewhere to host the website. So, you know, you could get web hosting anywhere. There are many places that do it. I personally use and will be using Linode because it's fantastic and it's super easy. And I'm going to show you how I set that up now. Okay. And I'll also post links to places like Linode and Cursor in the description to this video. And also later on in the community, when I'll post a full step-by-step tutorial, which you can follow along with just for members of the community. But with that said, let's go over and check out Linode. I've already got it set up and logged in, and I'm ready to create a new. This is essentially where I'm going to put my website. So I just have to select a few parameters here when I'm logged into my Linode account. And first of all, I have to choose where am I going to host it. Let's host it in Paris. Okay, and then we'll choose an OS. Now, for me, there's so many choices here, but I always go for Debian. I think it's fast, zippy, and easy. Then we want to choose how much we're going to pay for this hosting. And yes, you can host a lightweight website. Forget this. Look at that. $5 per month. That's all you're going to have to pay. $5 per month plus something like, I don't know what it is, $10 a year for the domain name. So that's pretty incredible value. That's incredible value. That's like $70 for a whole year's worth of website. Okay, with that said, then we can give it a label. So we'll call it My Awesome Website. And we can add tags if we want, but I'm going to leave that. Of course, security is important. We need to add a very super secret password that you can use this to log in when we get into logging in a moment. But I actually have some keys set up, some SSH keys, which are super helpful for me, so I won't need to use passwords. SSH keys, a bit beyond the scope of this particular video, but if you're interested in that, there are so many tutorials already out there. By the way, quick few shout outs before we set up this. Actually, I'll set up the server, then I'll shout out some of the comments coming in on the live stream. Don't need to worry about anything else. Just click create Linode like so, and this will set up essentially your hosting. It'll give you an IP address. Now, don't worry, I'm going to delete this Linode after this tutorial, so don't try to DDoS this because it'll be gone by the end of this live stream. So let's do some shout outs while that's provisioning. It just takes a few minutes to provision. Let's go and have a look at some of the comments that are coming in. And we've got Dan there, Dan Wicks. Hello to you, Dan Wicks. Also got Kingdom Rock, I think that is, from Georgia, USA. Really nice to have you there. We've got Colo Radio as well, who's in Tucson, Arizona. And we've got someone else in characters that I can't read, unfortunately, so apologies to you, but you're watching as well, so it's nice to have you there. I can see a few of you are watching, so just shout your name, shout where you're watching from, and I'll give you a mention. So as you can see, my Linode is now running. This is great news because now that we've created the host where we're going to put the website and create it with AI, we want to point our domain to this host. And as you can see, the public IP address is there. So I'm going to copy that number. It's 172.da. Okay, and it's going to be different every time you set one up. Now, you'll need to go to your DNS provider. Every domain registrar or domain name host has a DNS records that you can update. I'm using Cloudflare here. And I'm going to use createmagic.ai, our domain name, to do this little test. So what you do is you'd set up a record for your new website. And as you can see here, I'm setting up a type A record. And then for the first bit, you want to say what is the subdomain or the main domain. So I'm going to use test. So that will then point to test.createmagic.ai. So my new website is going to be at test.createmagic.ai, okay? And then you just put in the IPv4 address. That's what you got from Linode. And you can also switch on proxy, but I would recommend against it because that's where Cloudflare does its own magical thing. So don't worry about doing that. Once you've put that in, you can then click save and it's going to update and put your domain name in there. Now, actually what I'm going to do, I've already added that, but I'm going to add another domain as well, and I'm going to copy that IP address again and put it in, and this time I'm going to call it test-traffic, which is what we'll be using essentially to get our website live, and you'll see how this connects together later on in the tutorial. And again, same IP address, and make sure it's not proxied, okay, and click save. It's as simple as that. Click save and everything should be saved there, and we can move on to the next step. Okay, and by the way, as I mentioned at the start, all of the details will be posted up to community members, and if you're interested in joining in the early stage, click the link down below. We got Edward in the house. Edward, who is in South Africa. Very nice to see you, Edward. Thank you for joining me. And Closet says that's fake. I'm not sure what you think is fake. I'm real. I'm definitely human here. My computer is real. Everything's good. Maybe the AI is not real, but it's certainly going to help with this tutorial. Okay, so far we created a server in the cloud for $5 a month with Linode. And by the way, if you mess about with this for like an hour, it's going to cost you fractions of a cent to keep that server running. So you really can have fun. And my Linode link that I will post, I'll actually post it in the chat here, in the live chat, but I'll also make sure to post it down below in the description for those watching on demand. That will give you $100 of free credit to use on Linode, so essentially you can go ahead and experiment. Okay, so I just wanted to wait a moment for the Linode to be fully running and the DNS records to update. Sometimes they say it can take 24 to 48 hours for DNS to update, but usually it's instant. And I hope for the sake of this live tutorial, it's instant. Okay, let's go back to the computer and let's fire up our AI tool that's going to help us create the website. We've done the hard work. Now we can have fun creating a website. Okay, so I am going to go to Cursor, which is just here. Now, let's open this full screen and let's use Command+ on my Mac's keyboard to make it a bit bigger so you can see everything I'm doing. Now, usually when we code in Cursor AI, which is a fantastic tool, and by the way, soon on the channel, I've got a full tutorial on how to use this fantastic piece of AI coding software. Instead of opening a folder like we'd usually do on our computer, we're going to open with SSH, which is going to allow us to connect remotely to the host we've just set up, so we can put all the files on that host and automatically create a website with just natural language English prompts. So open with SSH. And up here, you're going to want to add a new SSH host. So I'll hit enter to that. Now this is where we put our SSH details in. So what are they and where are they? Well, let's go back to my browser and let's go back to my awesome website on Linode, and you'll see SSH access is listed over here. Essentially, it's the same thing, but it's SSH root at and then the IP of your wonderful web server. Okay, so we'll take that. I've just copied that and I'm just going to paste it in here. Okay, that's all I've done. Now I'll hit enter. And then I'll choose to update my SSH configuration on my computer, which just basically means my computer can talk to the remote server. Hit enter, and then it says hosted added. And so I'll click connect. And within moments, look at that, it's asking, am I sure I want to continue? Yes, I am. Let's open up. Let's make it big. And it is connecting. And boom, I am now connected to my remote server. It's as easy as that. How cool is that? I'm now connected to that server where I can make changes and generate my website. So you'll see the IP address is showing as connected down here, editing on SSH. So everything I do here on my computer in Cursor will automatically and automagically update over there on the server. It's pretty cool how you can work on websites and apps and stuff with AI with a remote connection on your computer. So I hope you're following along so far. If you are, throw an emoji in the chat. If you're completely lost, shout help in the chat, and well, I'll do my best to clarify. But essentially, we are now connected and we're ready to move on. Okay, so what I'm going to actually go ahead and do now is make sure, now you'll see as I connected here, it's opened a few things. It's given me a blank screen here. It's given me the chance to open a folder. We won't do that just yet. It's also connected me to the host of my remote server. And this is where I'm going to go ahead and install Docker. Now, Docker is what we're going to be using to basically run all the things we need to make our website work. And don't worry, it's really, really easy to do this. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab all my Docker details and go ahead and do it. Now, I set up a Debian a Debian server. So because I've done that, let me just show you. I've got the Docker documentation over here, which I'll link to, by the way, in the community. So if you want to do this yourself, you'll have it all there for you. And yeah, we've got some emojis and some help there. Okay, that's fine. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste the commands from the Docker documents to essentially install. Oh, and one thing we should always do is update our server. So apt update and apt upgrade -y. Okay, and that's going to go through. Now this is on my remote server, but it's here on my computer connected all super magically via the cloud, which is really, really cool. And once all those updates are done, they shouldn't take too long, hopefully. We'll then go ahead and run the Docker command. So essentially what I'm going to do when that progress hits 100% is I'm going to copy Docker's repository and get that all set up on my virtual server. And then I'm going to go ahead and run this command to install all the goodies. So let's see, 71%, it's nearly there. Come on, Linode, you need a little bit of updating, don't you? If you've got any questions, by the way, comments are always good, whether you're watching on demand or live right now. Okay, everything's done, so we'll paste in those Docker commands, run them, and again, it's going to do something else to add all the information to our server so we can get Docker installed. It's done, so we'll run the next command, and this is going to install Docker. Yes, I want to install Docker, so it's doing that, and then we can start to really have fun and make our website available. So once Docker is installed, we'll go ahead and create a project directory, but we'll just wait for that to go. It's a live stream, so I hope you're following along with me how long it's taking to set up this website instead of using things like WordPress. Okay, so that's already done. Now, what I would strongly recommend you to do is to create a Docker user. And actually, seeing as we've got some time to do that properly, let's go ahead and not do it as root, because anyone who knows anything about computers knows that it's not good to set up websites as the root user. It's a big security vulnerability. So I'm going to go ahead and very quickly add a Docker user using commands. Whoops. Okay, it hasn't got sudo installed. Don't worry, we'll install sudo first then. So let's just run the sudo install command. That's on Debian. If you're on Ubuntu, then you wouldn't need to do that. Now we'll add our Docker user. Okay, Docker already exists. Thank you very much. And then we'll give Docker sudo rights as well. Docker does not exist. Oh my goodness. Really? Okay. All right, fine. Docker does not exist. Come on. I just said, please add the user Docker. Can you do that? Can you do that? Or maybe it's already done. Let's just see. No, there's no Docker user. Oh my goodness. See, I knew something would go crazy. Okay, let's just go ahead and we will create. Bear with me as I just. Okay, yeah. Right, I'm going to go ahead and create a Docker user somehow, or if it doesn't work, then we'll just stick with root. But it's far better if we can go ahead and create a Docker user. All good, never fails, said Derek. Yes, I know. It's never supposed to fail. Okay, let's try these commands. Docker already exists. Okay, I know that. Let's try that. Okay, and let's try this. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, so let's just see if we can be the Docker user or not. Is it? No. Okay, don't worry. When I post in the community, I'll clarify on doing that. We'll just do this as root, okay? No worries at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a directory for my website, okay? So make directory my-website and cd my-website, so we're in my website directory, okay? And now we're going to create a file called Docker Compose. And this is essentially the instructions file to Docker to tell it all the things it needs to run. Now, I could do this from the command line, but actually now we've created this directory, let's do all of this in Cursor. And then if we get stuck, we can use the AI to assist us. So I'm going to click open a folder on my remote server, and I simply look for my website. Okay, so I know it's in the root folder. There it is, my website. Now, if you had a Docker user, it would be in /home/docker/my-website. But as we're running as root at the moment, there it is. Click OK, and boom. It's connecting to my website, and you'll see there's absolutely nothing there. So the first thing we're going to do inside my-website is create a Docker Compose YAML file, okay? And then we're going to paste a bunch of stuff in there. Now, this again is all the stuff that I'm going to post up in the community, but I'll guide you through kind of step by step what's going on here, okay? So essentially we're running a few different services, okay? Services is the top level bit, and then we've got a My Website service. This is the thing that will actually allow me to host a website. And then we've got something called Traffic, which is way complex, but all you need to know is if you use the example I'll provide in the community, it should just work. Traffic essentially routes your domain name to your website on your host, and it does it all seamlessly for you. Okay, we'll go through all of this in a moment, and that's all. So just 2 Docker containers. My website is running on Nginx, which is a great way of hosting a website. It points to a .html folder, which is where we'll put our website files and things like that. We use labels to point traffic towards our website, and then Traffic is running the latest version 3. Its command is to restart always, as it is for our website. So if we reset our server, the website will come back online. And then we've got some commands for Traffic, including Cloudflare access and using Let's Encrypt. This is so we can get SSL certificates. Ports 80 and 443 are exposed, obviously for HTTP and HTTPS. We will need Cloudflare API email and API key, which you can get from Cloudflare. Again, strongly advise using Cloudflare to do all of this. Let's Encrypt directories, config directories, and more labels. Okay, so that's all done. I'll hit Command S and we'll save the Docker Compose. Now, once that's done, we're going to go ahead and we're going to create another file here. So let's click to create another file, .env, okay? And with .env, we're going to put all of our secrets in there, okay? So in order to do that, we can Well, let me actually go ahead and give you an example. So I'll show you the kind of secrets you're going to need to put in. Obviously, these are not the real secrets, so we're going to need an email for Let's Encrypt. This would be your Cloudflare email. The same as this one, Cloudflare email would be the email address used to log into Cloudflare. And then Cloudflare API key, you'll be able to get that from your Cloudflare account. Your domain will be the domain name you want to host the website on. So in my case, it's test.creatormagic.ai. And then for the dashboard, this is our traffic dashboard. It's not necessary, this part, but again, just to show you what's possible once we get this up and running, I'm going to put in test-traffic, as that's what I set up inside Cloudflare. And then we can also create a hashed password if we like to log in. And I'll show you how to do that. So again, if I open up the terminal down here, we can do this inside terminal. And it's a very simple command, which again, I'll paste in the instructions in the community. And actually, let me make sure we don't put in the extra bits there. So essentially echo password, and then user and password would be essentially the different essentially what you want for your username and password. So I don't suggest using user and password. It could be Mike and then your super secret password, whatever it is, and this will give you something nice. We've got Aleem watching from India, which is nice, and no one can see these. Oh yes, don't worry, I'm not going to show the secrets, so don't worry about that closet who's watching live. Okay, command is not found, so we need to install that. And again, this is where we can use AI. If we're not sure exactly how to do that, we can just add it to our chat over here and say, let's make sure we add the correct part to our chat. Add this. How to install on Debian. Okay. What will you be using for the front end? Very good question. So the front end, it will essentially be hosted by Nginx. Okay, so we can run that command. Boom, and it's as simple as that. Yes, and then we should get HT password. No, that's right. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Closet. No one can see the .env. That is a secret file that stays on your web host, and I recommend definitely not exposing those secrets to anybody. Okay, so we've installed HT password, so this should now work. Let's go ahead and try and run that command again. So I'm just going to use the default settings here, user and password, and look at that. It gives us a nice hashed thing, which we then copy from the terminal and paste up here. So that's what I'll use to log into my traffic dashboard if I want to see all my SSL certificates and routing and all that kind of good stuff. Okay, this is where we need to put in the Cloudflare API email and Let's Encrypt email. So I'm going to do those super secrets while you watch me on the camera, because obviously I don't want to expose those secrets to the world. So I'm just going to, I've got them already prepared over here. I'm going to copy them, paste them into my .env file. I think that feels good. That's good. Close the file down and back to Docker Compose. Okay, now that is done, we can move on to the next step to get this running. Okay, we need to create a config file for traffic. Okay, and how are we going to do this? Well, we're going to go ahead and create a lovely directory. So let's do that. So let's look at traffic. So traffic is actually looking for a config directory. So we'll create a folder called config. And then in there, we're going to create a file called traffic.yml, traffic.yaml. Okay, traffic.yaml. And of course, we could do all this stuff using AI, but I'm trying to show you step by step how we might go about doing this. Now, again, there's nothing super secret about this. In fact, this is generic and you can use this, and I'll paste this YAML file inside the community so you can go ahead and use it yourself. But essentially what it's doing is it's logging info. It's adding access to the dashboard for you to log in and see the GUI once your website's up and running, so you can see how it's being hosted. It's giving entry points of 80 and 443 for HTTP and HTTPS. We will be having an SSL website, and then Cloudflare will be getting that SSL certificate via Let's Encrypt. And the only thing you need to change here is put in your Cloudflare email. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put my Cloudflare email into the traffic configuration file. So let's do that right now. and then we'll go ahead and save that out and close it. So, okay, that's really cool. That's done. We're really getting somewhere. So now we can have fun because we can start to make our first website, okay? And I'm going to do something really basic. In fact, because I feel like it's so basic, I'm actually going to do it from the command line here. So here, I'm going to actually create a directory called HTML, which is where my website will live, and put a basic index in there. So using this command, it's going to create an index.html with hello world. Okay, interesting. And commands are not found. What went wrong there? What on earth went wrong there? Exclamation mark, event not found. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to debug that with the chat. So let's see here. Yeah, let's do this and do this. Help. Say help to the AI and see what comes back. Yeah, it's not really giving me much help there. It's giving me a load of gobbledygook. Okay, no worries. I'll do it the traditional way then. So let's make a directory called HTML. Yeah, we've done that. And you'll see that HTML directory is there. And then we'll change directory into it. And then we'll simply copy and paste this. I'm not going to do it from the command line now. I'm getting scared of the command line now. Let's go to HTML. Let's create a file called index. And of course, we could use Cursor Composer to do this stuff, but I'm trying to show you manually how it would work. A very simple hello world. And actually, that's all it's going to show. Oh, look, we're getting the Cursor AI recommending the next line. If I hit tab, it's going to add that as well. This is a test website. Okay, I'm happy with that. That looks good. Okay, so we're feeling good. Now we've done all of that setup. How long has that taken us? About 20 or so minutes, 20-ish, best part of 20 minutes, really. So now we can get on to actually hopefully running this. Okay, plenty of you in the chats. So keep the chats coming in, and any questions, do feel free to ask them. So now, okay, crossing all my fingers, and I'm going to run the command docker compose up. This is the final step. It should spin up our container running Nginx and our container running traffic, which will route everything. And let's see. Okay, traffic and my website pulling, getting ready. See how lightweight it is. It's just over 100 megabytes to run this web server. Oh dear. Okay, error. That doesn't look good, does it? That doesn't look good at all. We've got errors there, and of course we wouldn't expect that to happen. So what can we do there? Okay. Let me go into the secret files here and see what I can find. I think I know exactly what the problem is. So let's have a look here. Oh, yeah. That's super silly. Hang on. Let me just obscure for a moment the secret keys that I put in there. Go back to my .env file. Yeah, I left that random character. Even Cursor Composer knows I shouldn't have that random character in the domain name. This is where AI comes in super handy. So I'm going to delete that random character from the domain name, close my .env file, and then what we'll do is we'll go back to the command line. I'll hit Control-C on my keyboard to stop the containers, and then hit the up button and Docker Compose up again. And this time, hopefully, it should all work, and it seems to be working. There's no errors, and it seems to be getting certificates now for my websites from Let's Encrypt. This is looking very positive indeed. Well, we haven't had any errors, which means I might have had a website up and running within 30 minutes, which I think is pretty good going. Okay, no errors at all. No errors at all. Okay, this is good. So I'm feeling like we can probably bring a web browser in here. So let's bring this web browser in here, and we can hit this website. Whoa, look at that. It works. There you go. A website in under 30 minutes. And it's secure with SSL certificate, and it's routed to my domain name, and it's running on a server that cost me $5 per month. And now with AI, I've got superpowers, and I can do whatever I want with this website. This is really cool. Okay, Thank you. Nice job. Yeah. So I got a website up and running in 30 minutes using AI and a few scripts. And again, like I say, there's a link to the community. It's very, very new, just started up. But if you'd like to follow this step by step yourself and have a go, then please, by all means, go ahead and request to join. At the moment, I'm just approving people as they come because we're trying to keep it in a very private beta at the moment. But I'd be delighted to hear from you, especially if you feel like you'd be a good fit for the community. Now, I'm just rearranging my windows so we're going to have a bit of fun now. Okay, so we're going to have fun now that I know this website's working. By the way, you can see here in the terminal, every time I hit that website, you will see that I'll get like details there that the website is being accessed. So if we do that, yep, the website is being accessed, which is absolutely brilliant. Okay, so this all works, which is great. Now I want to get rid of this if I can. Hide that panel. Whoops. Okay, that panel's gone, but don't worry, we don't need that panel for now. What we do need is to make a change to this website. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to highlight everything, and you'll see how cool and powerful this is. If I go to Command K inside Cursor, I can tell it to create anything. So create a website with dark background and welcome to Creator Magic, along with an intro to AI tools and no code tutorials and lots of fun wizard-like effects. Now, I've got no idea what this is going to do, and Cursor is not the best front-end coder, okay? Something like V0 or even the new Bolt is better at doing front ends, but we're using Claude 3.5 Sonnet, and yes, I'm on slow requests because I've been using so many of them, but once it gets up the queue and starts talking to Claude, we should have some code for a website written out in front of our very eyes, which will be really, really cool indeed. And here it goes. Off it goes. See, it's doing styling and everything for the website, which is really good. It's writing this all out. Keyframes, rotations, sparkles. I'm liking where this is going already. Welcome to Creator Magic. Look at this. It's creating it all. It's using math and random numbers, and it's done. So let's accept it. And then we just need to hit Command S and look over here at my test website. Wow! Oh my goodness. Now that is better. That is better than I expected. Check that out. That's a one prompt website wonder. Look at this. This is so cool. So you can see why I'm ditching WordPress now, can't you? That was done. I set up the web hosting and all the containers via Docker within 30 minutes. And now I've got this epic website with a rotating magic wand and a glowing welcome to Creator Magic. That is fire, isn't it? Yeah, I know what you mean. That is insane. One prompt. Now, I thought, I just said that Cursor's not a good front-end developer, but maybe actually it's getting better. I think those Cursor devs have been working under the hood and doing really cool stuff. But that is on fire. In fact, I kind of want to save this and use this in the future. This is like so epic. I'm actually going to save this as a template and probably use this later. Anyway, we've got that, and look at that. It's all responsive as well, which I really like. Okay, so this is where we can have fun. Okay. I really like this. Now I'm going to take some requests actually from the chat. So if you want me to do anything with this, just post your suggestions inside the chat. And I can see Closet has said, I'm going to actually copy and paste your comment. Ask it to add gradients and more animations and stuff. Okay, let's just get rid of the ask it to. Let's submit that edit, and we'll see, Closet, what comes up for you. And by the way, if you want me to do something, if you've got a request for this live website that I'm putting out there, just send it in the chat and I'll post it into Cursor Composer, and we'll see what we can get done. But let's just wait for the request to go through. Here we go. Okay, it's making more changes. I wonder if this is going to turn out to be better or worse. I love the color theme as well. This is so cool. And the stars in the background are blowing my mind. But Closet, it's all on you now. What's this website going to look like? It's going through, making the changes. Boom, animation delays. Very nice indeed. And we are done. Accept. and it updates in real time. So I just click refresh. Oh, obviously save, and now refresh. Let's have a look. Ooh. Ooh. That's quite cool, isn't it? Wow. Okay. So there you go. That is the suggestion there. Okay. Let's go back and let's say, where should we go? Let's go just underneath. Okay, I'm just going to insert a line here, and I'm just going to Command K it again. Put a call to action button to join the community. Doesn't matter if I don't spell right, does it? It's AI. Here, please. And let's wait for this to make an update. So essentially now I've got the power of any plugin at my fingertips. Remember when we needed to go to WordPress and we needed to like do things? Well, that's not the case now. We can do it all with AI. Okay, it's just made an update. It's put a CTA button, accept, save, refresh. Oh, that looks rubbish, doesn't it? It hasn't done the styling for it. So, okay, no worries. Let's go up and say, let's put it here. You need styles for CTA button. Let's see if it'll do it. You need styles. Come on, give me some style. Because that little hot link hasn't got much style, has it? Can it add a chatbot, Ben? You don't ask for much, do you? I mean, we can try. We can definitely try. Why don't we try? This is fun. I'm kind of having fun now, so I'm just gonna go with it. All right. So has it done it? Did it go through? Oh, it's going through step by step, and it's hopefully gonna. Yeah, there we go. Thank you very much. Whoa. Okay, that's some magical colors that it's choosing there. Let's see how that looks in practice. I'll let it roll through and do its thing. It's going through the whole styles and updating. Okay. Accept. Let's make this full screen, and let's Command R. Oh, what's going on? Where's the styles for my button? Why are you not doing that? Why is it not working? CTA button, hover, CTA button. What's wrong here? CTA button. Okay, we've got, oh, of course, I didn't save it. You've got to remember to save it, okay? That's the only thing. And oh, man, this is so cool. You see, this is web development on fire. You can just make websites with natural language prompts. Who needs WordPress or plugins or Webflow or anything else when you can do stuff like this? This is insane. Thanks, Closet. I'm glad I got people in the chat to remind me that I didn't save the file. Oh, this is so cool. Okay, so I think we're going to add a chatbot, aren't we? I'm loving that. This is so cool. Actually, one thing I want to do, so I've got a list of things coming in now. I would like to, as much as I love that magic wand, I would like to swap the magic wand for a logo. And the best thing is I actually have a logo sitting here on my computer for Creator Magic. Look at that. That's our logo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag and drop that into the HTML directory, and that, as quick as that has uploaded the logo to my server, okay? So this is the cool thing about working in Cursor over SSH, is you can make these updates. Now I'm going to say, let's go ahead and let's open the chat box actually over here, and I'm going to say, replace magic wand with logo.p. Oh, I can actually at tag it as well, at logo PNG. Okay. Enter. And then it's going to think about it, hopefully, and give us the opportunity. Come on, don't fail me now. We're having fun on this live stream. I've got big plans for you, Cursor. I want to put a chatbot on this site in a second. Okay, I don't know if no, I don't think my chat went through. Maybe that was not the best way to do it, so let's just get rid of that chat box and let's actually select all the code, hit Command K and do it that way. Okay, replace magic wand with logo.png and see what comes back. always remember to save. So we're asking here in the chat for a modern chatbot with a modular, compact, frosted glass look with sleek animations. It should work with an AI API key. Yeah, so we're going to have to grab something. I'll probably use OpenAI to do that. It's slow requesting me at the moment, so let's go ahead and create an API key on the OpenAI playground. So yeah, okay, cool. Create new secret key, and we'll call this Creator Magic Test Site, okay? And then I'm going to create that secret key because that will undoubtedly be needed in a moment. Okay, and I think it's just about finishing its code updates. Yeah, it's changing the Magic Wand for a logo. I loved the Magic Wand, by the way, but let's just see how the Creator Magic logo looks once it finishes its coding here, which it has nearly done. And then we'll get a chatbot rocking on here. Okay, accept, Command S, and then full screen, refresh. Ooh, I like the way it pulsates the logo in and out. That's nice. And it's floating around. This is epic stuff. Okay, shall we do the chatbot? Let's do the chatbot. Okay, so this is going to be rather interesting. I wonder, we might need some kind of back end to make it run, unless we just run it. Actually, this is the point where I would now, let's make this full screen for a second. This is the point where I'd crack open Cursor Composer. So Command I, and I'm going to say, okay, let's copy your wonderful prompt there, because I think that's great. Okay, so add a modern chatbot to the page with a modular, compact, frosted glass look with sleek animations. It should work with an OpenAI API key. I'll also say, ideally, something. I'm going to have to start running servers. Is that a good idea? Or at least spinning something up. Something. Is this a good idea? I'm just thinking, is this, let's try it. I mean, I could put all the code in the front end HTML, but it's not a good idea to put API keys in HTML, because then the whole world can read them. Okay, ideally something would run on the back end on, let's be specific, on a back end you create to handle the OpenAI API keys and chats. I think that is a good enough prompt. Let's send that off to Cursor Composer, and it's probably going to go zip and start making me files and updating my index. Now, this is a live stream, and I could completely break the website doing this. That's half the fun of it, but we'll wait and see. We can always reject and roll back if it goes horribly wrong. And I know a lot of you have said, actually, in the chat when I've been asking some of your pains you suffer with AI, and it's the fact that sometimes you get caught in a dead loop. You get so far and you do so much with AI, but then you hit a point where you can't proceed any further. Okay, certainly, I'll look at a modern chatbot with frosted glass look. Thank you very much. And it's going through. It's doing the index at the moment. This is being created. Actually, over here, we can see the generation in real time. Oh, look, chatbot styles. Very nice. And now it's throwing it all into index.html here, which is good. Now, oh, yes, it's going to use JavaScript. Okay, that's fine. And that's all going to sit in the HTML directory. Probably not the most secure way of doing it, but never mind. We'll just let it be for the moment. Okay, let's go back to Composer, see what it's done. All right, yeah, we need to do a bit of Node. Okay, so what do I need to do? To set up the back end, you'll need to install... Okay, well, let's accept all the changes. Gosh, I thought I was just going to do this live stream and set up a landing page and you'd be happy, but you're telling me to put chatbots on it now. This is nuts. But this is what live streaming is all about, and I'm really enjoying this. And I'm going to do more and more of these inside the Creator Magic community, just for community members, because I think this is a great way for us to learn together. Because I'm learning as well. I don't even know this will work. Okay, so let's follow what it says. Let's open up a terminal. And oh, actually, I'm going to need to spin this down for a second, and then I'm going to need to do docker compose up -d. D stands for daemon. It's not demon. I know it's nearly Halloween. So it basically means that my website will run in the background. So now I've got access to the terminal, and I can do things. And actually, if we go back over here and refresh, we'll just make sure, yeah, the website's not broken. It's still up there at the moment. So that's good news. So now we can run all these fancy commands and hopefully get a chatbot working. Okay, so let's first of all, let's run it one by one just to make sure everything works. I don't know if we've even got Node installed, but we'll soon find out. Okay. No. Okay. Debug with AI. Look at that. Position 34. A lot of people are coding right now. Let's make this a bit bigger. Positions do go pretty fast, to be fair. And we've still got our instructions over here, haven't we? So I think we're going to need to install Node. It's going to tell me how to do it, which is what I want. Okay, yeah, that's the command I need. Boom. Let's do all that. Yeah, do all that. Nice. How do you open Cursor Composer? Good question. Command I, or if you want God mode, it's Command Shift I, which makes Cursor Composer full screen. Okay, after the installation, it's always a good idea to check that it installed okay. That's all I should need to do, and then I need to just run these commands in order, put my OpenAI API key that I just generated into a .env file, which is in the root directory of your project. So I think I can add it to this file here, which would be handy. And we'll see. Or it might need to go in the HTML folder. I'm not sure. But that wouldn't be very secure. It's saying 1 minute and 38 seconds. I haven't got 1 minute and 38 seconds on a live stream. Are you kidding me? Okay, keep the comments coming in. If you've just tuned in, we're creating a lightweight website using AI tools and natural language prompting. It's really quite a lot of fun. And I'm suggesting that it could replace bulky, arguably bloated systems like WordPress or other systems that you use to host your websites. Because really, with enough AI and enough time and enough patience, you can do anything on a website. One of the things, I used to love WordPress. I used to use it all the time for blogs and podcasts and stuff. But one of the things I hated about it was how many plugins I needed to install to make things happen. You get the core functionality, and I was like, yes, core WordPress. That's cool. I like core WordPress. But then I have to install a plugin, then I have to get another one. Then I have to get a plugin that's only got 10 users and it's got 4 stars. And I don't know, is it going to compromise my website? Well, now you can use AI to compromise your website. I suppose it does help to know a little bit what you're doing. Okay, it's taking ages. Node is huge, but we're getting there. Come on, Node. In the meantime, I've made some crazy websites just using AI, entire dashboards, and even a key management API and website with a fully working key manager UI. That is crazy. Hey, Closet. You sound like you'd be ideal for the Creator Magic community. So if you haven't already applied and sent me an email, do send me an email either now or after the live stream, because I'd love to have you there. You sound like a cool person that would benefit from being there. So, okay, we're 93%. Come on. Time is going up, not down. What is all this? My goodness me, 94%. Come on. Otherwise, we'll have to talk about the weather, which is never good. Hey, yeah, no worries. Let me post the link. So at the moment, I'm looking for very, very early testers. There's only a small amount of people in there right now, but it's essentially that link there. If you go to mrc.fm/CMC, that'll take you to a simple form that, again, was designed using AI, and you can put in your name and email, and then I'll be in touch with you. Gosh, I didn't realize how huge Node is. Is it really taking this long to install? See, that's what you get when you want to install fancy things like chatbots. I guess another thing I could do while this is going, I'm thinking, is I could potentially, because I was thinking about showing another functionality. Yes, let's do it. So I was going to actually bring this, and I was going to drag this video file. I recorded this video yesterday, and I'm going to drag and drop it. It's uploading a video now to my HTML directory. Now, I would never advise... Oh, look, it's done. Okay, we'll get to the video bit in a second. I would never advise self-hosting video because it's heavy in terms of the bandwidth. But we're gonna try and do something fun with that video in a second. But now Node is installed. Let's run these other commands. So, okay, npm init-y. Let's do that. Oh, yay. Okay, that seems like it worked. So, thank you for filling out the form. Awesome. I'll see you there. And then we'll do install all these lovely packages. And while that's going and cooking, I'm going to put my OpenAI API key in, which I obviously won't, for obvious reasons, put on the screen. So let's go to my .env file and copy and paste what I got from the OpenAI website into there. Okay, and then save, and then exit. Okay, looking good. So I've added my OpenAI API key. I have also installed the packages. Now I just need to run node server.js. And let's see. Oh yeah, server is running on port 3000. Okay, good. That's a good sign. Yeah, no worries, Ben. No, it's always good to have a challenge, isn't it? All right, the big reveal. Don't lay on the pressure. I'm not sure how I feel about this, but let's make sure all the files are saved, which they are. And let's make cursor a little bit smaller, and we'll make this a little bit bigger, and we'll just hit refresh, and nothing. Nada. So what's going on there? Why is that not working? Why is that not working? It's got chatbot stuff in here, and it's got chatbot. Oh, yeah, and it's calling chatbot.js, which is good, but I cannot see any sign of a chatbot. Okay, let's just inspect and look at the console. Sometimes that can give clues. Nothing in the console. Okay, so what is going on exactly? Did I do anything wrong? Yeah, actually, you got a good point. You've got a very good point. Let's check localhost 3000. No, there's nothing there. Okay. That's not cool, is it? Okay. So nothing is coming up, but I'm surprised that there's just no sign of a chatbot anywhere on that website. Am I doing it right? Okay. I have no idea why that is not working. And there are no error messages to suggest why it shouldn't be working, which is crazy. Do you know what? I think I know why it's not working. Because the website is inside a Docker container and this is running outside a Docker container. That's possibly why. But I'd still expect to see some form of a chatbot on the site. Try updating the HTML. Yeah, let's just make some kind of change. There is like a chatbot, AI assistant and stuff. All right, let's change embark to go and save and refresh. Go on a magical journey. So it's definitely updating the HTML. So that is there. If we actually, let's view the source and look for chatbot. Yeah, all the chatbot styles are in there, which is a good sign. And all of this is here. But I'm guessing the reason that it's not showing up is because it can't find, or it can find chatbot.js, but then that's not working. Okay. But I would expect it to see. Okay, well let's ask Cursor Composer. Well, I was expecting to finish the live stream pretty soon. It might be a while, so let's see what else we can do. Okay, let's just say chatbot not showing at all on the index.html. Please help. Sorry, you couldn't see that prompt. But essentially, I just wrote there, chatbot not showing at all on the index HTML, please help. Let's see if it's got any bright ideas for me. Just give it a moment. And if this doesn't work, I've got a feeling I apologize. The toggle button is not visible initially. Okay. Did you really make that kind of mistake? Seriously? Okay, well, let's entertain that idea. It's updating the chatbot as well. Why am I running this inside Docker now? I feel like I don't want to run this inside Docker anymore. It's causing more problems than it's worth. Okay, I've done that. Refresh. We've got a little chat button. That's a good start. Ooh. Now, I love the design. Whether it works or not is a different story. I encountered an error. Yes, that's it. API chat 404 not found. Yeah. That is clean, isn't it? I mean, that looks incredible, doesn't it? It's amazing what's possible. So our AI assistant is not hooked in. So what we're going to do here, it's times like this I wish I had access to the Replit agent now, because I just tell the Replit agent to sort it all out. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to try a one shot. I'm going to stop that server running, and I'm going to get rid of that as context, and I'm going to say Dockerize, let's just see, this could go horribly wrong. Dockerize my backend and add it to Docker Compose. Oh, let's add tag it at Docker Compose YAML. Sorry, again, you can't see what I'm writing here. Dockerize my backend and add it to Docker Compose.yaml so that it runs in a container that the front end can see. And I'm hoping that's the one-shot prompt that's going to fix everything. It's going to fix all my woes. But I doubt it will. There'll probably be something else and something else. I'm sure that this would have worked far faster if I wasn't using Docker, but the reason this whole tutorial based around how to set up a lightweight website, and Docker really is the way, but when you want to start introducing other things, you have to introduce other Docker containers to do stuff, but it's doing it all for me. It's created a Docker file. That's a great start, and it's installing my node server inside Docker, so this is great, and then it's going to update my Docker Compose. Sorry, I'm realizing that this is all very big and you can hardly see anything now, so let's just move that a bit smaller. Okay, so it's making the back end. It's calling the OpenAI API key, which is a very good idea. It's trying to create it on the website domain. It's putting it on the traffic network. This is all looking good. Do we need to create a network here? It says network web. Okay, well, let's do what it says. So accept. Okay, let's run this command here. Okay, it's created a network there. And then we just need to do Docker compose up-d. You ready? I'm a bit worried here. Okay, it's building. Build it. Let's build it and ship it. If this works, that's it. I'm finishing. I'm done. I'm like, that's it for today. Web Design 101 with AI and natural language prompting. How cool is this? Okay, it's doing all the run npm install and all that good stuff. It's created the backend, the traffic, and the website. It's not just going to work like that, is it? If it just works, I'll be really impressed. First of all, let's get rid of all this stuff. Let's make this big. We'll keep the console open for the moment. Okay. Chat. Hey. Oh, don't tell me it's... Oh, come on! Come on! This is so cool! We got it working, guys. Okay, I'm good. Are you human? No, I'm an AI assistant. Oh, this is epic. Okay, this is cool. So you see how you really can do anything. That's amazing. Thanks, Ben. Appreciate that. Okay, so now what I want to do, because I'm a perfectionist, is I don't like the fact that I don't know the AI is thinking, you see. Let's get rid of the console and let's just make this a bit bigger. So tell me a joke. It's actually fast, to be fair. Why couldn't the bicycle stand up by itself? It was too tired. Okay. What I don't like is that it's not showing me those thinking bubbles or dots. So let's get it to implement something cool and funky for that. Can you put a really cool thinking animation while the AI thinks what to say in the chatbot window? Please, smiley face. We won't give it any context. It should know the files that it needs to look for. So it's thinking, and then we'll go ahead and... so where are we now? We're coming up on the hour for this live stream. If anyone else has another request of something for me to put on my temporary website that I'm using for this tutorial, post it now in the chat. Otherwise, keep it to yourself. But if you want me to try one more thing, not a complex thing though, please. I don't want to make a clone of Reddit or anything like that. Okay, it's thinking about it. Sorry, it's a bit of a go slow, as you can see underneath me. Slow requests. Come on, Cursor. Throw me some more requests, please. I would really like it. Been using Cursor a lot. But anyway, while Cursor is thinking what to do, let's actually chat with my chatbot. Are you creator magic? It's not got any context because I haven't trained it. Yes, it's doing all the stuff now in the background. No, I am an AI assistant created by OpenAI. I'm not creator magic. Let's see if it knows. What is creator magic? I don't think its training data will be up to date. Whoa, okay. So it's a term used to describe the power and influence that creators have in the digital age. Oh, I'll take that. I like that. This includes social media, content creators, YouTubers, and other personalities. Creator magic can also refer to the skills and talents that creators use to captivate and engage their audience. Okay, well, I would hope during the next OpenAI update it will say it's a YouTube channel hosted by Mike Russell. That would be epic. Okay, should we just accept all? Let's just accept all. And I'm not even going to look. Docker compose down. And Docker, oh, it's still thinking about it. Docker compose up dash D. Okay, it's done. It's as simple as that. Let's refresh. Chat to my AI assistant here. How you doing? Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's got an animation now. What is your take on putting humans on Mars? Okay, cool. So it's working, but it's weird the way it puts the AI animation like at the top of the box. So I could change that, but there are far better things to do. Okay, I love the idea of a login or register pop-up when you click join to the AI assistant. That may, however, get complex. That may introduce things like databases and Google OAuth, which I had a previous hair tearing out experience. That's why I've hardly got any left, because Google OAuth is an absolute pain. But I have done stuff like that before, and I will do again. But I think it might be beyond the scope of what we might do here today, if that's okay. But what I will do is I will do one more thing. Now everything's inside a nice Docker container. I'm going to go back to my index and I'm going to say at index, put a beautiful video player with magic stars on it and video.mp4 at the top of the web page. Okay, so I just wanted to show you how potentially we can get AI to embed a video into our website and maybe even slightly customize the look of the video player as well. Okay. Oh, smart stuff. Okay, save into users.json. Okay, well, okay, I'm going to do it then. After this little example, I'm going to use exactly your prompt and see where we get with that. Because that would actually be cool. That's an epic prompt. And this is actually why I love doing these live streams, because it's people like you watching who have like fantastic ideas on how to do things. And we're definitely learning together here. I'll create a beautiful video player with magic stars at the top of the web page. We'll use HTML5, blah, blah, blah. Here we go. It's going through, making changes. Good, good, good. Accept all. Refresh. Oh. That's epic. Look at that. Oh my goodness. It's a bit weird though, isn't it? What have you done? You've kind of, okay, I'm just going to say that looks off. Video should be much smaller and fit with overall themes. It's kind of overlaid those glowing stars on the video, which is interesting. Let's see if it can save the day over here with the video that it's now put up there. And then we'll get on to putting a login button and trying to save user details, and then we'll maybe call it a day. But I like the fact it's integrated video to my website as well. Yep, I apologize for the misunderstanding. It's going through now, making some updates, which we will then accept. And of course, once we accept something that Cursor Composer does, we don't need to save the file because that happens automatically. It's only if we do inline chat, say with Command K, where you need to save the file after the changes were made. Okay, cool. Okay, it seems to think it's done it. So accept all. Open this to full screen, refresh. Ooh, wow. I am digging that. I mean, it's a bit wobbly, isn't it, with the pulsating in and out? But I love the fact it's pulsing the video in and out as well. And did I see, does it actually autoplay the video as well? That's pretty epic. I think it autoplays it on mute, which is, I don't know how to unmute. I don't think I can unmute. It's just a silent video. Obviously, again, I would prompt the AI to unmute that, but that's looking pretty cool indeed. Let's just ask it one more time. Again, I'm just going to say here, can I have the video not autoplay and put a magic play icon in the center so user can start it? Okay. So we'll get that prompt off and going. And I see that we've got a beautiful prompt as well. Thank you so much, Closet, for giving me that prompt. Actually, this is a very comprehensive prompt that you're giving me, which is even better. Now, I think originally what you've written in the chat would probably have worked, but obviously it's always great to have a really clever prompt. Okay. It's just updating now my index.html again, so we'll see if it doesn't autoplay the video and gives me a nice play button. Again, accept all. And for something like a landing page, you could potentially self-host the video because if you're not driving huge amounts of traffic. Hey, that's cool. Look at that. I like that. And I like the fact it grows as you hover over it. What is possible today with AI is just incredible. Yeah, I like this a lot. Okay, that's good stuff. All right, so we know that works. Let's go over here, and I'm going to paste your prompt directly in. Might need to restart Docker, but let's let it whir away, and we'll see what comes up. It's just doing another slow request for me, and then we'll just see how this works out, if we need to do any bug fixing. And then we shall probably call it a day for this live stream. As fun as it has been, and it's been incredibly fun, we've built a website with minimal AI prompting and our own web server. And I can also chat with my chatbot while I wait for Cursor Composer. How is the weather? So at the moment, I'm just streaming when I've got something exciting to talk about. But in the future, I think I might make this more of a regular thing. Just trying to find a time that works for me and that works for you guys as well. So trying to establish that maybe with the community now, we'll be able to find a mutual time that would be good. And we'll either do it here on YouTube or inside the community. I'm an AI assistant. Do not have the ability to see or feel the weather. Okay, goodbye. Thank you. That is slick though, isn't it? Cursor is getting way good at creating front ends. Okay, it says it's done everything. Just going to read the instructions to see if it tells me I need to do anything special. Let's look what it's done. So, certainly. Okay, so it updated index, it updated server, updated the Docker file to install bcrypt. Okay, package.json has been updated. Store data in data/users JSON. Okay. Show a you're logged in message. Okay. That looks good. Could I explain a little bit more about the Creator Magic community beta testing? So at the moment, I'm looking for people to come in and test it out completely free of charge and just hang out in there and essentially give loads of feedback. So if that's for you, I'm going to be posting up courses in there, cursor courses, replit courses, no-code courses, creation courses. I've already got a directory of AI tools in there, and we're going to be having discussions, and I'm going to share like templates and step-by-step guides on a lot of the stuff that I do on the channel. So for instance, what I've done today, how to get a lightweight website up and running with ease and ditch WordPress, I'll post that as a tutorial inside the community. So over time, it's going to become more and more valuable and more interesting place to be for AI coders or no coders and general nerds like you and me, hopefully. Okay, so we've done that. We've updated this. Let's go over here and refresh. Okay, let's open the chat box. Can't see any login thingy unless I'm missing something. Hello? No login. So what? Oh, now I know what I need to do. Of course, I need to restart Docker because it made some changes. So it's not going to do anything unless I update Docker. Sounds so cool. There we go. Docker compose up-d. I think that's all started. Let's give it the grand refresh. Okay, not much changed on the website yet. And not much in terms of a login feature. I can't see one unless I'm missing it. Nope, nothing just yet. Let's see what the AI has said to me. Guess I've missed something here. Oh, I wonder if I need to, I probably need to force a rebuild. So let's just stop it again. Docker compose down. Oh yeah, when you click the button, nothing happens because I don't think I've hooked it to any link. And anyway, this is just an example. This is not anything special. Docker compose up-build should then recreate and install the node dependencies we need. Yeah, see, bcrypt needs to be installed. That was my error. So we could go around the houses with AI trying to figure that out, but sometimes it's just nice when things work. Okay. Oops, don't want to do anything like that. Okay, so that's all up and running and hunky-dory. So let's just close this up if I can and go back over here. Oh, you're right. Yes. Thank you. Thanks so much. Well, I didn't need to rebuild the container anyway, but yes, that's the button. See? I love it. I love doing live streams because otherwise I'd sit here for ages trying to figure out why I can't see anything. So refresh, join our magical community. Okay, log in and register. This is cool. And what have we got over here? We haven't got any data saving in yet, but let's just try and register. Okay, so MRC, and then we'll just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and register. Registration failed. Goodness. That's not a good start, is it? Let's try again. Register. Okay, not working. When I try to register, it just says registration failed. Oh, and another thing actually might be handy to do is to look at the console and see if there's any clues over there. Okay. Yep. This is not looking good. Let's copy that too. I think maybe it didn't put all the correct stuff in the back end. I don't know. Anyway, let's give the AI all of that to chew on, and we'll let the AI figure out why it's not working. Thank you so much for your help today with all of this. We have created an incredible website using AI natural language prompting, and it's working out incredibly well. But as you can see, there are always some hiccups here and there, and we always come a cropper with some things that are not quite right. Yeah, it could be because the directory doesn't exist. Yeah, the file doesn't exist, just create it. Good one. Okay, that's a really good one. Let's just see what it's going to do here. And maybe I should go ahead and, well, let's just see if this fixes it. But if not, we'll go ahead and, oh yeah, we got loads of stuff here. Yeah, it's saying no such file app user. Okay, yeah. So I don't know whether to accept that now or just create the file. Good question. Good question. Let's just have a look at the volumes on the back end as well, which are here. No volumes. Maybe we need volumes. The back end needs some volumes, right? Let's just accept those changes and see what comes up. Okay, let's try again and see if it fixed it itself, because I can't see any way. Let's put it back up again. Okay, up and running. Cool. Okay, excellent. All right, so now let's refresh. Try and register and see what comes back from this. Okay, and then click on the register button. Ooh, okay, you're logged in. That seemed to work. Well, whatever we prompted there seemed to work. And did it make, I don't know where it saved the users file. I can't see it here on the server, but it says it worked. And it says, yeah, registration request received. Yeah, password in the clear, which isn't very good, is it? But it's, the back end is saying yes. The back end is saying yes. Okay, so refresh. Join our magical community. Well, let's just try logging in and use that super secret password. Yep, and logged in, so that worked. Cool, something's broken up there. But let's try logging in with a different password and see if it doesn't log me in. Okay, this is a different password. Login failed. Please check your credentials. Okay, and we've got a little problem over here with a bad request. But essentially, in essence, it's kind of working. Dialing that a little bit with AI, and I think we'd really get there. So thank you. I'm so pleased you say that it's been so much fun. I should do community streams all the time. I like the idea of doing community streams all the time. This has indeed been an incredible amount of fun. It would be a great point at which I can recommend that you go ahead and find the community, okay? Click the link. Actually, I'll post it again over in the chat. If you're interested in getting more live streams, even private members-only live streams, go and express an interest in joining the Creator Magic community. The link in the live chat, I'll also post it in the description after this stream, mrc.fm/CMC. It's in very early stages, only just launched, looking for super engaged users who will give lots of feedback so we can build this to be the very best AI place possible for people working with no-code tools, natural language prompts, and just creating stuff online. It's Creator Magic. So as you can see, I've posted about my YouTube comment reply assistant in there, thinking of sharing the source code to that in the community. Also a directory of my best AI tools, which, by the way, you can sort by category. So there's coding tools, productivity, stuff for automation, transcription, whatever you want. All the chatbots that I like are listed here. And if you actually pop open any entry here, you'll see that there's a bit more detail with a link to try it out, a link to a video on that particular service if I have it, and other details, and then a thread there to have comments if you want to discuss the tool internally inside the community. You can do that too. You can go and make your introductions. As you can see, introductions already rolling in here from other users. So if you want to be one of those users, go to the link either down below or in the live chat. I would absolutely love to see you in the Creator Magic community, and come and join me there. And yeah, until next time, yeah, have a good one. Thanks, Ben. Thanks, everyone else. Thanks, Closet, for all your prompting tips and tricks. And yeah, I'll see you on the next live stream, either in the community or here on YouTube. And remember to stick around on the YouTube channel because plenty of new content coming up soon. But thanks so much for tuning in, and see